to LeBron, had the look to tie, in and out.
Yeah, I mean, they got a good look. I mean, Cook was hot, Daniels was hot. Right here, I thought Cook might have had a good look at it, but he got closed out. Nice pump fake. That's LeBron's shot. Got a good look at it, kind of in and out, but did not go down. So it wasn't like they didn't get a good look, and they had a great effort with the comeback.
You had two of your hottest guys, a guy who knows how to make plays and a guy who has been hitting from deep in Quinn Cook, making the opportunities and having the chance to, of course, seal the deal for the Lakers, but, of course, coming up short.
But, you know, Allie and James, really, when you look at this game, you go down the stretch in Orlando, 4 straight buckets to close out that game. The Aaron Gordon dunk and one, the Vucevic 3, and then back-to-back buckets by Markelle Fultz. That right there, real tough to overcome for the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't know. So a couple weeks ago, I think a fish might have been here, and we were talking about will the Lakers ever lose to a sub-500 team? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen in this league. And unfortunately, you don't want to happen at home with AD out. But, you know, they're still professionals, and you can't play to their record. I think the Lakers probably thought subconsciously that they could get this one at home. But these guys, Orlando, young, talented, can't play to their record, and they came to play tonight. They're in Los Angeles. They're young, playing against the Lakers, and they got the Clippers tomorrow night. So they played very good, and the Lakers just didn't match them in the first half.
And, Allie, we hear it every night from guys who played for the Lakers. Listen, it's other teams' Super Bowls all the time. A team like Orlando, by the way, they're barely under 500. They're now 20 and 21, so this is a pretty decent basketball team that was hungry tonight. They're just coming off a win in Sacramento. They won the game at the buzzer, and they played well. You got to give them credit.
They've won 5 of their last 7, and as you mentioned, you're playing the Lakers, so they're excited. They're ready to come out, and they've got young guys out there that you mentioned, length, athleticism, guys who are getting minutes and opportunities that haven't because they're also undermanned. You got to remember that first time the Lakers saw the Orlando Magic, Nick Vucevic wasn't out there. He was an all-star last season. He hits that big 3. So it was one of those nights. It just reminds you that anyone can be beat on any given night. And I think the slow start, especially defensively for the Lakers, it trickled down throughout the rest of the game, especially there late. As you mentioned, those stops they just couldn't get.
Yeah, and outside of a Laker loss, which you hate to see, I mean, what a story, Markelle Fultz. I mean, you just didn't know if he would ever really get right and play the NBA. He comes up with a triple-double tonight, 21, 11, and 10, and buckets down the stretch, this Orlando Magic team, as we look at those. Big game, James. It started with this. There's Fultz, and that's a nice move, getting under past JaVale and off the glass.
So I'm really happy to see him come full circle. I mean, he had a really tough time in Philly. This kid can play, and he proved it tonight. Under control, very disciplined, and hit some big shots down the stretch.
And not the best, and he got cramps right there, but not the best defensive night, Allie. I think Billy and Stu were talking about at the end, 60 points in the paint. That's very rare for this Laker team.
Oh, no doubt about it. And it's something that they pride themselves on, getting downhill. And, of course, the Orlando Magic, Steve Clifford, who has game planned against LeBron James for so long, being in the East all those years, he had their rim protected very well. I think it threw off the Lakers' offensive rhythm, which, of course, you never want it to dictate the defensive end of the floor. But I think at times throughout the night it, of course, did.
You know what I love tonight? On a night where there's no AD, no Rondo, and Caruso got hurt early, guys like Troy Daniels got to play a lot, absolutely lit it up. Quinn Cook goes for 22. I mean, this is the second most bench points the Lakers have had all year long with 68. So you got to give those guys a shout out for keeping the Lakers in the game and getting them back in it.
They're such a joy to watch. They're so much fun. This morning, Frank Vogel talked about you have to have guys who are willing and able to grow without having touched the floor. And you're at the midway point of the season, game 41. And when you look at it, Troy Daniels, Quinn Cook, Jared Dudley, they haven't seen a lot of action. Yet here they are tonight, putting you in a position to win, but over the last few games, winning games for you.
Think about it like this, Allie and James. That's number 12, 13, and 14 basically in the rotation, coming through big for you. Any night you need them. It's rare.
It gives you an inside look into, you know, what the practices are like, how the locker room is, how the chemistry is. They got each other's backs. And these guys are ready to play when called upon. And, you know, I could just see that second team competing fiercely against that, you know, starters in practice. And, you know, these guys, numbers was called, Daniels, Cook, they were ready to go. I think the Lakers missed Caruso down the stretch. They could have used him. But nevertheless, man, it was a great comeback. And you're right, to see those guys come in there and be ready to go was amazing.
We talk long-term marathon approach when it comes to the injuries with this team. In January, maybe the results not exactly
Yeah, Laker fans, I know
Say
you're
so.
upset, but you had a 7-game win streak, a 7-game win streak, a 10-game win streak, and then a
What happened?
9-game win streak. These are nice
Not bad.
streaks, not bad. So let's get you
You're
to
going to have about 3 or 4 games like this a year.
100%.
Pretty much. Going to
Yep.
get you.
They're now, what, 22-1?
Pretty impressed with what Dwight has been able to do here in his second stint with the Lakers. Rightfully so. But let me tell you, his snake collection, yes, all 25 of them might be up there on the impressive list. More details on that and Brez is Connected With that is airing around clock here on Spectrum Sportsnet. You got to check it out. But back to the hardwood, Dwight coming off a dominating 21-point, 15 boards in 25 minutes of action performance. What possibly could he impress us with now that it will be against his former team in the Orlando Magic? Let's get a taste. The big fella is with Mike Trudell.
Dwight, look, I was going to start by asking you about three-pointers, which, 3 of 5 in the season, or, maybe the elite defense and rebounding and playing your role in a starting role. But we have to start with the Caruso hoodie here. Please tell us more.
Oh, yeah. Well, as soon as AC put this on his Instagram page, I said I got to order me some. So ordered me some. They just came in. And today, I'm going to rock it today. It's my dad's birthday, and it's the Caruso.
Shout out to your dad. Did you happen to get one in a medium, Dwight, or do I need to go order my own?
You might have to order your own. This is an extra large.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but the support of the teammates has been real. I mean, you did it outwardly when KCP was struggling earlier this season. We see that you've been kind of the first guy off the bench rooting for multiple guys. And I noticed a couple games ago when Caruso had the dunk, you not only did the headband thing, but you had the eagle going. So
Jumping up with him. I was in the air with him.
no, I'm saying when you were on the bench when you had the baseline reverse, and then so which is the nickname that you are going with at this point for Caruso?
Okay, so for Alex, I call him the bald eagle. It's kind of good, but it's a bad joke. Laker girls. But it's not that, well, I just think he flies a lot.
Yeah.
When I see him jumping through the air with the headband on, he's flying. So I came in with the bald eagle, and that's our handshake. Dap, dap, fly away, AC.
It's clearly working. All right, let me get to your game now, Dwight. From what is working with the way that you're coming in, and whether it's with the starters when you stand with that group, whether it was with the bench group, but what do you think that you've seen on film, that you've seen on the court that has been so effective when you've been out there?
My teammates, man, they just done an amazing job of trusting me and finding me in great spots to score and stuff like that. And on the defensive end, while I'm on the bench, I just try to be as loud and as proud as I can for each one of my teammates and let them know that, we support them. If they miss a shot, make a shot, whatever it may be, we're going to feel the same way about them. And, just going out there and having fun.
Last thing quickly now, Orlando's a little bit different from when you saw them down there just because Vooch is back. A couple other guys are out. No DJ Augustine, for example. What do you think of this Magic team, how they've been playing and how you guys match up?
Well, they've been playing great. They're a team where it's going to be tough for me and JaVale to really get lobs in the paint because they really pack the paint. They force us to shoot jump shots, but tonight our shooters will thrive, and I think JaVale's going to have a 3 tonight.
Oh, all right. Well, he's already leading in percentage by percentage points. So I need to go order my Caruso sweatshirt.
Get you a sweater.
Appreciate it, Dwight.
Support each other.
All right, that's Dwight Howard. Let's go back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. And pretty cool sweatshirt. The real AC Fresh is joining us now. Listen, Dwight in his last 5 games, he's averaging a double-double, 12 and 11. His last 26 shots, he's made 20 of them. And probably most of those has been dunks. Threw in a three-pointer, 2, by the way. We're at the halfway point of the season. Dwight's impact, huge.
Yeah, I think he's made
He's revitalized his career.
Played
He
9
did
games
bet on
last
himself, and it's going to pay dividends later because he's going to get another contract.
No doubt. And many wondered if it was only going to be for the first handful of games. I think a lot of us held our breath just to see how long it would last. I think he's been proving game in and game out, not just with what he can bring skill-wise, but also just the mental approach that it's real.
Yeah, I like the mental approach. Like, he always had the game, but now he has the enjoyment of the game, and it's authentic.
Yeah.
He's not faking it. He's